Hello, hi. So as we continue our series today, we're going to episode 4 from yesterday. Yesterday we talked about planning. I'm going to continue along that line of planning from going from using or planning out on your tool to actually planning your day. So today, that's what I'm going to talk about. How do we plan our day and how to do our work? My name is Rachel Kaiser. Thank you for joining me today. So I'm going to talk about, like I said, planning for how to do our work. So starting off, we've now finished. We have our deadlines. We've entered them into the tool we're using. Again, just to refresh you, the tools I talked about are either an Excel file, a Google Sheet, or Trello. Those are the ones of the few. There's so many others out there that you can actually Google and find. But those are the few that I'm just narrowing down. So going according along those lines, mostly I'll talk about Excel and Google Sheet because they're very similar. So going according to along those lines, excuse me, what we need to do now is to actually plan out what we need to start working on. So the best thing to do is really to write down, first of all, write down the tasks that you need to do within a month. In this case, plan them out per week at least and say, this is my priority. In this case, for example, we started this week. It's 3 weeks to the end of the month, which is February 2021. So I'm going to go according to that, planning out like 3 weeks. So choose the top tasks that you need to accomplish within a month. Remember, we talked about the month and having a goal for each month. And then of those tasks, I need you to write down all the of those tasks, I need you to write down all the things that you need to do to accomplish the tasks. And once you do that, you then divide it up, per week. At least at the very least, you say the highest priority right now is this. I need to accomplish this. The next week would be the next priority, and then the third week would be the next priority. Okay, at least this makes sure that it moves you towards accomplishing your goal or completing whatever the major task at the high level that you need to work on. Okay, so once you do that, and then you will again go. Now we're going to go into a kind of a deep dive for the daily tasks. So you will then write down the main task and then write down the activities. By the activities, I mean, what are the smaller things, the smaller tasks under the major task, okay? Now I'm talking in terms of like a hierarchy. The major tasks that you have to work on, and then we'll determine what the activities for each will be, okay? So in terms of the examples I gave 2 examples. You want to make $1,000 in a month. And so we said each week, usually a month is 4 weeks. So we'll say that we want to accomplish getting $200 each week. And therefore, what do we need to do to accomplish that? And then also losing weight, 2.5 pounds per week of weight that we need to lose. So then under that, you're going to write down those activities that I talked about. Once you do that, then you make sure that you have your calendar. If you don't have your calendar, at least you should have a notebook at the very least. Okay, and then map out your week and you say, okay, these are the main tasks I need to do this each of the day. And then with that, these are the main activities I need to do. Once you do that, then you map out, your day in terms of the timelines, okay? So say you start your day at around, I'll say either 8 or 9, and I'll take maybe 9 a.m., excuse me. And then you tell yourself, you write each of that time block. You can do in terms of 1.5 hours, and then you take maybe a break, 30 minutes. So between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m., which is the time usually people take a break, it's 3 hours. So that would be like you're doing 2 sets of work sessions, and then you take a break for 30 minutes, let's say, okay? So you block out on your calendar each time, make sure that you do a time blocking. That's what will help you. You block out each calendar what task you're going to work on, and then you do also make sure that you factor in your break. You need to take a break, either stand up or take a walk or anything that will help you just, have a break. You may do a dance break, dancing. You may walk in nature, take a walk wherever you are, or do whatever needs to get done. So once you do that, you plan out your day. Now, one of the things that we have to remember is that our day can change. Okay, so you can be flexible according to how things come and then change them around. Why? Because an urgency might come up, maybe another task that you have to do, a client needs help, or someone at home, your child, your spouse, or anyone, your parents, just anyone may need some help from you. Okay, so you can factor those in. Once something like that comes up, be flexible, you accomplish that, and then you can come back. The other thing is if you don't finish your activities for the day, that's okay. Okay. You can either push out your day a bit further. Instead of, let's say, if you ended at 5, you can push it out maybe 30 minutes, an hour. And then also you can start the next day a bit earlier, depending on what it is. And if you don't, you just extend it. That's all it is. Don't be hard on yourself, especially during these difficult times of COVID. We have to remember to give ourselves grace. Okay, be kind to ourselves because we've already had so much trauma with everything going on, and it's not easy for everyone. Of course, you find your own ways of how you can do that. You could mark a few hours maybe over the weekend after you help your family. If that's out of the question for you, that's okay too. You just start maybe your day earlier or end a bit later, whatever it is to help you accomplish that. So once you do your time blocking, guess what? And then you're ready to start your day. So next day or the day that you do it, I would encourage you to really make sure that you stick by that. The reason for this, when you do your time blocking, is it helps you really to get away from the time sucking activities. Some of us work at home, and some of us it's hard to resist TV. Some of us it's hard to resist the chores at home. Maybe you see the dishes, you're like, I want to wash them. I want to make sure everything is clean, or throw in a load of laundry or things like that. And by the way, that's one of the things that really inspired me to start my first business, which is a co-working business, because I wasn't getting productive at home, okay, at all. And so, plus also, feeling lonely. And this is a time like that. I really would encourage anyone, if you live near an area that has what they call a co-working space or a shared workspace, okay, make sure you go there once in a while just to change the environment, because it's really good for our mental health, a mental wellness, a health and wellness generally. You find people that at least you can say hello to. That's the difference also with a cafe, between a co-working space and a cafe. A cafe, you're going to go there, there's either no one or you're going to find different people, you don't know them. The best thing with the co-working space is that you will find usually at least the same people. You get to have create a friendship or a relationship with them. You have someone you can say hi to and smile, and they don't think you're weird. Okay. So those are the upsides. So find a way to change the environment. Most places right now that before people were able to go to are closed, like a library or a cafe. Some are not open, some maybe are, but they may not allow many people in. Where I am, where I'm located, I do know that they are locked. So there's no people sitting there unless it's different, but most of them are locked. So I just encourage you, find a way to change up your environment. Here in the Northeast, I'm based in Connecticut, USA. Here in the Northeast right now, it's pretty cold. We started February, excuse me, and the weather's just gone crazy. So when I say crazy, it's snowing, it's really cold. So we have what we call the cabin fever, where you get really tired of being inside. And so just for mental wellness, it's really, really helpful for anyone to change your environment, your work environment, however that may be. So Those are my tips for today. It's a short video. Going forward, my videos will be a bit shorter. Why? Because I'm giving you a tip a day and giving you a chance to actually work on those tips. Okay, for you if you're out there. Otherwise, I encourage you, click on the link below that you find. If you'd like to join my mastermind, I'll really help you. I'll provide you templates. I'll provide you really much deeper coaching. We'll go deep dive, but we'll also use many of the tips I'm giving you. However, I have way more tips that I'll give you and do really help you with some coaching. So I encourage you to click on that link and join me in my mastermind group. If you don't, please subscribe, or wherever you find my video, just follow me. And I hope that, we'll stay together and you get some more tips from me. So with that said, I wish you a great rest of your day. Take care. Should you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me an email. Feel free to comment, and I'll answer your comments. All right. Thank you. Bye. Have a good day. Bye.